Good evening.
The time. Good
evening.
Professor Ganeshan, sir.
Yes, please.
Shall we start, sir?
Yeah, we can start.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Dr. Chinni Simon, go ahead. Recording started. Sir, good evening. Good recording started. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening to everybody. A hearty welcome to this fourth session of WCOP 3 months training program on school counseling. On this pleasant evening, a welcome to our Chief Patron, Professor P.V. Ramamurthy Garu, WCOP Chief Patron and Chairman, Professor Girishwar Mishra, the resource person, Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan, Patron Professor R.N. Singh, and the chairperson of today's session, Sri Y. Raghava Reddy, the DEO, District Educational Officer, Annamaya District of Andhra Pradesh. The guest of honor today, Dr. E. Srikanth, and special invitee today, Dr. T.C. Marian Thomas. I would also like to welcome WCOP President, Professor B.G. Reddy, General Secretary, Professor R.N. Subhashini, Treasurer, Professor V. Suresh, and the coordinator of this program, Professor K. Ashok. All the executive committee members, co-committee members, and to all the participants, I extend a hearty welcome. Now, I request our President, Professor B.G. Reddy, to give his presidential address.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. And today, I am welcoming you all. Today's resource person, Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan, sir, and today's chairman of the program, Sri Y. Raghava Reddy Garu, DEO, Annamaya District, Andhra Pradesh, and Rotary Club Secretary, Srikanth from Nellore, and TC from Kerala University, 4 committee members, executive committee members, and other beloved participants. I once again welcoming you all, and I hope you are all comfortable. Today happened to be the 4th session. Hope you are all comfortable with this training program, and I am happy that you are writing down the records, which means you are following the program so nicely. And I request you, till last session, the same cooperation would you will extend towards this WCOP members. Once again, all the best to all of you. Now, I am just handing the mic to Dr. Chinni Simon.
Thank you very much, sir. I request the chairperson of this session, Sri Y. Raghava Reddy Garu, the District Educational Officer, Annamaya District of Andhra Pradesh, to address the gathering. Sri Raghava Reddy Garu graduated from RIE Mysore He is a gold medalist from Kakatiya University in MA English Literature. He worked as Undersecretary, Central Secretariat Service, Science and Technology Department, worked as Assistant Secretary, CSIR, New Delhi. He worked on Ground Duty Officer, Education Department in Indian Air Force. He also worked as lecturer in IISc Kurnool, SCRT AP, and National and State Curriculum Framework. He was the principal of Diet College, Kurnool, and IISc Kurnool. And now he is working as the District Educational Officer, Annamaya District of Andhra Pradesh. He has a lot of experience in designing digital papers and examination reforms and technical monitoring the attendance of the students. He is very innovative and active person. Sir, as an innovative and active person as you are, we are very, very fortunate to have you in our midst today as the chairperson of this session. I request you to share your valuable thoughts with us now. Sir, Sri Raghava Reddy Garu, I request you now, sir, to address the gathering and share your valuable thoughts with us.
Okay. Dr. Chinni Simon, Sir will join in another 1 or 2 minutes. Now, just request Srikanth, the Secretary of Rotary Club, Nellore.
Okay, sir. So we have now with us as our guest, Dr. Srikanth, with specialization in public health dentistry. He completed his PG MDS in Narayana Dental College and Hospital, Nellore. He participated in various national and international conferences as a guest speaker in both state and central government youth meetings. He conducted many camps and published many articles in various newspapers and journals of national and international caliber. He is a member of Indian Association of Public Dentistry, of Indian Association of Dental Students, of Indian Dental Association, of Rotary Club International, and of Indian Red Cross Society. He is also a member of Indian Catholic Youth Movement and of Nehru Yogendra Central Government. He has won many awards, of which Richard Law Award Global Child Dentistry Fund, Dental Fund in 2016, and Rank Award by Air India. Sir, we are very fortunate to have you in our midst, such a learned person. I request you to kindly address the gathering
now. The chairperson, that is DEO, as well as Srikanth, the special invitee, some technical problem, they could not join. Now, what I request you, you go ahead with, there is a Tishi madam is there from Kerala. You just invite madam so that she will speak.
Okay, sir. So, good evening, ma'am. T.C. Marian Thomas.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, a word about you to introduce. I would like to introduce you to the group. She is working as an assistant professor in psychology department in the University of Kerala. She completed her PhD from the University of Calicut. She worked as a co-investigator of major project funded by UGC and completed a consultation research project. She has coordinated many training programs and edited a couple of books. She also wrote a book. Very fortunate to have you, ma'am, in our midst this evening. I request you now to address the gathering.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. B.G. Reddy, and a special thanks to Dr. Girisha Mishra sir for connecting myself to Dr. B.G. Reddy. So it's a pleasure and a privilege to be part of World Congress Psychology Forum. And while I was going through the website, and I found that WCOP is having lots of objectives in place, which is very, very relevant. And especially during the time of COVID, we have witnessed a lot of change in terms of parenting, as most of the kids, I think almost all the kids were occupying the domestic space, and parents were struggling with new challenges, and technology was freely available for kids. And whatever parenting techniques or the skills that we are aware of has been more or less failed in understanding the kids and training them as well. So now kids are back, in school, and we're also having children of different age, and uh, teachers are there and parents are there. So maybe the training could be holistic, and the training could lead to different levels of population, and even the non-teaching staff, maybe the administrative staff, and everybody needs to be trained. And I hope and wish that WCOP will be able to deal with everyone in each and every aspect. And parental training is also very important, as well as the kids training. And we also found that suicides among children are on the high rise in our country, especially on different state, especially the state where I am coming from. So maybe immediate intervention needs to be given, and maybe the postgraduate students need to be addressed. The proper internship and the proper training needs to be given to them. So I consider this as an immediate requirement, for the fraternity of psychology to be addressed, especially in terms of the new generation. So I'm glad and very happy, and proud to be part of this forum. And I wish you all the best for all the trainers and all the participants, and the organizers who are part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, madam, for your encouraging words. Hope we will definitely reach our goals.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Now, if our guests are ready, we'll go with them.
I think now you invite our Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan, sir.
Okay, sir. I request our resource person, who is very active and very resourceful, ready to give any solution to any type of problem we pose with him. So I request you, sir, to carry on with the session.
Good evening, Professor Reddy, Dr. Chinni Simon, and all other members of WCOP and the participants, the special invitees and others. So today we will start with what Dr. Tissi has already indicated, that there are suicides among children and how to solve that problem. So I would like to suggest a technique which can help prevent suicides among children. The technique is very simple, as most of the behavior technology techniques are very simple, handy, and easy to handle. The technique goes like this. We have to choose the birthday, that is Monday. Father is born on Monday, mother is born on Wednesday, the child is born on Friday. So what we have to do on Monday, it is the Father's Day. So whatever the father says, the members of the family will simply follow. Next is the Mother's Day. the Mother's Day is Wednesday because she was born on that day. Whatever mother says, the father and the other children will do. And next comes the child's day. Maybe it's a Friday. On Friday, whatever the child says, the parents will do. So it is known as Ek Din Ka Raja, Ek Din Ka Rani. Okay. Or Ek Din Ka Princess, or Ek Din Ka Prince. So even if they have got 5 members in the family, so each person gets to dictate terms, or to lead, or to ask for what they want. If it is done, that is true democracy. And the child suicides can be prevented. It is more like a game. Okay, with the help of the counselor, this can be monitored, and even over phone they can ask what is happening. Okay, so they can keep track of the Mother's Day, Father's Day, Son's Day, and Daughter's Day. This is my suggestion for what Dr. TC has told. Okay, let us take up another problem, human behavior problem. Who is going to say next? Yes.
Can I ask?
Please do. Durga, Dr. Durga is speaking now. Durga Bhavani.
Good evening, sir. Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good
Yeah,
evening.
Durga Bhavani myself. Sir, yeah, the problem which I faced is a grade 9 student. She's a girl child. She was selected for a state rugby champions league, and she went for the league, and she also won the match. Later, after coming from the match, the father complained that she's frequently getting calls from someone. From then, the child is totally distracted. Actually, she's very good at studies also, and at the same time, very good at sports in the rugby, match. Then later, after winning the match and coming back to home, from then she's getting so many calls and she's getting distracted. She's not focusing on studies. So the problem now, how to motivate the child to come out of that distraction?
Who needs counseling in this case? The girl or the father?
I think both, sir. Because once they attended the call and they found that it is some boy is calling.
Okay, but see, the girl is a good girl, well balanced. But if the father goes on controlling her, she will revolt and she will develop a relationship. That's a problem. That you have to tell the father. What is needed is the father should know how to give liberty to the child and not to suspect, but to have trust. The more he trusts, more responsible she will become. Okay, so you have to talk to the father and mother, not only father, but mother also. Okay, because mother also will say that is the nature of his father, the father, and he may be even controlling the mother. He may be a male who is trying to be dominant all the time, controlling the mother, controlling the daughter, okay, controlling the son. So he needs to be told because of this kind of extreme restrictions. The human mind will become revolting, and whatever he has not imagined will happen. So you have to give him a threat, okay, and trust your daughter, trust your wife, trust your son, encourage them, okay, and they will be okay. Otherwise,
After this incident, the father told the sports teacher that she will not attend the other sports meet.
the role of the counselor.
So we somehow convinced the father.
No. First, the role of the counselor is to educate and train the father Okay, he is trying to dominate or control, and what is required is for him. And counseling is required by the father, the mother, and the daughter. And if the brothers are there, their style of handling this girl also should be controlled. So whenever it is a problem for a person, the family counseling is required and everybody in the family requires help. So it is a responsibility of the counselor. Okay. Otherwise, it may take to extremes like what we have discussed in the beginning, suicide of the child, or running away with somebody, okay, some boy, okay, or so many other things are there. The more the control, more the reward. This is the formula. So please do the needful.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am Krishna Prasad from Nellore, sir.
Okay, yes, Prasad.
Sir, I am working as a elementary school teacher and also act as a headmaster also. Single teacher come headmaster.
Okay, good.
Sir,
Very good.
so I am facing one problem. Second class student, girl student,
Okay,
she completely addicted mobile games.
okay,
Mobile games and TikTok videos also.
okay,
If parent pull and are trying to take the mobile phone, she shouting and crying, behave like a one of mad person.
okay.
Uh, she, even she when she is eating, then only she playing games
Okay,
till
okay,
till she's at the time of sleeping. After that, when she wake up, immediately she take a mobile and games.
okay,
But in school times, I am the headmaster, and she is fearing if sir is punishing. Then in school time, she don't use any mobile in school.
okay,
But she when she went to the school, immediately take the mobile phone and games. Parents are complaining to me, sir. How can I?
okay, okay. Now you, as I have already told, a technique. Okay,
Yes,
in
sir.
the previous session, maybe you were absent.
No, no, sir. No, sir. I have same problem. I think.
Have you
I
listened
heard.
to the program?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I want the participants to come regularly.
Sir.
Otherwise, if you miss a program, again you will ask the same problem.
Sir.
Anyway, I will repeat it for you. No problem. Okay.
Thanks.
Because the time can be effectively spent if all of you come regularly. If you absent and then reappear, again you will be asking the same question, the same technique has to be told. But anyway, for the benefit of you and others, I will repeat this thing.
Okay.
Before that, what is required is ask the parents not to use the cell in the presence of the child. Because the children model the behavior of their parents. Even if they want, they can go out and speak, not in the presence of the child. Watching WhatsApp or making a phone call or looking at a video, not in the presence of the child. Say, for example, some fathers, they smoke. And what they do, they will go out and smoke and come back. They will not smoke in the presence of their son. Okay? And that is very responsible parent. That is the first step. Second step is the child comes to the school and it understands the logic that the whatever headmaster or class teacher says has to obey. But at home, the child has started dominating the parents by crying, okay, or banging the head on the floor or the wall, like that, okay. So a child may start crying, refusing to take food. Ultimately, it wants to win, okay. So at that time, what is to be done? Okay, allow the child to watch, use the cell, no problem. But ask the child how much break you will give, say for half an hour of using. Ask the child to look at a clock, a wall clock, which the child can see. For half an hour you can use. After that, you give a break. Break means don't look at the cell phone. The child will say, okay, I will give a break for 5 minutes. Ask the child to do it for 1 week. Half an hour watching, 5 minutes break. After 1 week, ask the child whether you can increase the time of the break time. Not it is 7 minutes or 10 minutes. It is declared by the child, not by the parents. They should not use quotes. They should not pretend. So what we call as a self-declared goal by the child. If it is done, the child's thinking, it is what is known as a psycho-neurobiological response comes under control. The child learns to inhibit the temptation. And gradually it should be in consultation with the child, not to be declared by the parents. And this will definitely work. Whatever be the age of the child, whether it is 5 or 7 or 12, it will work. Okay?
Okay,
And
sir.
this is the training program for the child.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Parents are the trainers.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Okay then.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
I request the participants. See, we have posed 6 problems in the WCOP WhatsApp group. Kindly, one by one, anybody can ask. Other than daily people are asking, there are 6 problems we have posed. Kindly look into it and please raise those problems. It is not repetitive. I request the participant one by one, please.
Yes, please.
Can I read, sir?
Sir,
Yes. Yes, Durga, tell me.
It is already, I'll read the first question, sir. It is posted by Chinni Simon, ma'am. Higher class students are bullying and teasing their juniors. This is the problem, sir. How to avoid this?
Yeah, please
Next
repeat.
problem can be asked by some other person, not Durga Bhavani all the time, please.
Yeah, you lend the problem to
Yes,
somebody
sir.
else.
Yes,
Who
sir.
is
Yes,
doing
sir.
that? Anyway, now you have asked, tell me what is the problem?
Yes, sir. Higher class students are bullying and teasing their juniors. How to counsel them?
What is the class level?
Sir, it is actually, sorry to interrupt in between. This is actually the problem I'm facing with the 8th class students. There are 2 boys, 8th class, 8th
Okay.
standard students. There are
Okay.
2 boys. 2 of them are cousins.
Okay.
And they come, actually their parents are also not socially and economically also they are backward. At the same time, both the fathers are drunkards.
Okay.
And these 2 cousins, they are always going everywhere together. They are friends, thick and thin friends, at
Okay.
home and in the school also.
Okay.
And they are very rude in their behavior. Since 2 years, I have been trying. I'm constantly telling them that you have to treat your juniors as your brothers and sisters as you treat them in the home, you have to treat them in the school also. But
Okay.
as long as I'm in their class, they are well and good. They seem to behave, they act to behave, in fact.
Okay.
Well, but once I am out of the class and in my absence, many, even my colleagues are also complaining about both the children.
Okay. What do they do?
Sir,
What is the problem behavior?
the problem behavior is when they are out of the classroom. Even in the classroom, they keep teasing girls, it seems,
Okay.
but not in my presence.
Okay.
And their juniors, that is lower class children, they constantly start bullying them, teasing them, beating them. When they are playing, they are just pulling them, knocking them down, it seems.
They are dealing with which class children?
They are dealing with their juniors, like third, fourth, fifth class, elementary sections.
Okay. Okay. The problem is they have learned this behavior from the parents or from the father.
Ah, definitely, sir.
They
I do agree for that.
the father is authoritarian, father is a sadist. Okay. So whether they are drunkard or not, whatever it is, even without drinking, a parent can be hurtful. Please try to contact the father with the mother
Okay.
and give counseling to both of them to show a loving, caring, compassionate behavior to the children. Because children learn only from the parents. They don't learn from the neighbors or from the street. They learn only from the parents. So if it is required, you have to tell the parents to change their behavior and keep in touch on a regular basis. Every other day, you have to monitor the parents' behavior. And one of the simple things which I will suggest is you give a paper to the boys, two boys, and ask them to write down what they want their father to do, what they want the mother to do. You will be happy if my mother does the following 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, with the father and the mother, and talk to the parents to do that because it is like a X-ray or a blood test or a scan report, which you can get only from the boy. Okay, it may be boy or girl, and then from that you will identify that some abusive words are being used which are hurtful to the child, and the child learns to say the same word to hurt people who are inferior or less aged or less powerful, like juniors. Okay, 8th standard student may treat the 6th standard student as inferior and then scold and use abusive language or even pinch or beat because the child cannot do it with others. Okay, so it tries to dominate. So complain about this to the parent and ask them to change the behavior. If you make them to change the behavior, you can change the child's behavior. Otherwise, any amount of reward or punishment will not help because they are modeling the behavior from the parents. In that way, you are doing good for the parents also and the child also. So the family as a unit needs to be handled. So I always emphasize on family counseling, not the individual person counseling, because the child is a product of the family, not only biologically but behaviorally also, emotionally also. So they need help. That is one thing. Another thing is ask them to be guardians of these children, junior children. You appoint them as a guardian. You take care of the children when they go home. Okay? And like that. So ask them because they will feel like a hero. I will protect these children because they are trying to dominate, ill treat. That is what they have chosen. But as a counselor, you can say, you will be the bodyguard of these children, 2, 3 people. Okay? See that they go from the school gate to the bus. Okay, school bus or whatever.
Sir, I have tried this, sir, actually last year.
Very good.
But then the problem is, those whom the younger children whom I have entrusted to these children, one of the boys' name is Sagar.
Okay.
So these small children, to whomever I have entrusted to him to guardian, sorry, can you hear me, sir? So I have entrusted some small children to Sagar to take care of them. So these small children, whomever they don't like, or whenever they have some dispute with their colleagues, co-students, they started complaining about them to Sagar, and in turn he is beating them.
Okay, now another thing is the way in which people are addressed makes a lot of difference. You should ask the child, juniors, to call the senior boys or girls as Annaya,
Anna, yeah, Anna and Akka.
Annaya or Akka.
Yeah.
And so it is not only you are changing the behavior of the elder boy, the junior children should also change their behavior. And the boy will come and complain, but they are not calling me as Annaya. Then you have to tell them you have to call. Okay, and then you have to give counseling to those children's parents also, because they may be arrogant, disrespectful for others. They may be rich or poor. So when you take a case, it doesn't stop with the individual. So it has got its own route. You have to follow through the route. And it's quite a challenge and interest to see how you can change the behavior of people for good. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
that's what I would suggest.
Yes, yes, I will try it, sir.
Yeah,
Actually, I haven't contacted the fathers. I have contacted both the mothers, and they say we are helpless because we are daily suffering with these drunkard people. Even the money which we are earning due to our labor charges also, even that also they are taking, they are simply snatching from us and then going away. So we are helpless, madam, they are telling. The mothers are telling that they are helpless.
Actually, what is required in counseling is social reformation. Ultimately.
Yeah.
So, no single pill which will solve the problem. Doctors give 4 or 5 pills with injection, sometimes with the surgery.
Okay.
Changing human behavior is possible. Okay. And one thing is, they may volunteer and come.
Okay.
Then it becomes easy for you to handle. Another thing is in counseling, it is known as street corner counseling, okay, or outreaching counseling. They are not interested in counseling, but you go and then give counseling. Parents want the child's behavior to be changed, but you
They
have
don't
to
want to change.
parents themselves and change their behavior. And later they will be very much thankful to you. And the whole thing, your job becomes such an interesting, challenging thing. Okay, you need not spend time on entertainment or reading a novel or watching a film. It's a real life, okay, you are dealing with. And then there will be a lot of success stories in future which you can share with your colleagues.
Yes.
Okay, how you have changed, okay, how they are thankful to you. And that's what I would suggest. It's a challenge and innovation for counselors.
Okay, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, certainly. I'll try to talk to the fathers.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
And mother also.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, mothers also. Actually, we have to put them together and then talk.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Shall I read the second problem, sir?
Yes, please.
I'm Shahina, sir.
You have a video, you have switched off. Switch on the video.
So,
Yes.
So students are unable to concentrate on their work in the school and classroom. This is the question, sir.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate?
So here the problem has given this only, so in our group.
Yes. Now, which class students and what is their problem? Explain a little more.
Sir,
I have the same problem with the 7th class student. Like he's very good and his behavior is also very good. but he doesn't do his homework and concentrate. Like he doesn't practice in home.
Okay. Why you have switched off your video? Your video you have switched off.
Mm,
There should be face-to-face communication. Switch on your video.
there is some settings, sir. I don't know. It's not on. Like I'm
Now
clicking
it's
on it, but
okay.
it's not opening.
Now it is okay. It's coming and going. Please learn about it before your next program. Okay. Anyway, I will
Okay,
talk
sir.
now. So the problem is, in one sentence, you tell what is the problem.
Like he's not practicing, sir. He's not practicing whatever taught in school. He will listen very nicely and he will answer very nicely, but he will not put it on paper.
Okay. Okay. Ask him to put it on paper, half a page on the first day. And next day, ask him to put it on paper for full page. Next day, 1.5 pages. It's a very simple technique. It's a gradual training of I always tell you are training the brain of the child. Okay. And the brain is capable of learning, but don't overload. Half a page you write down whatever you have learned, or quarter page write down. The next day half a page, okay, then 3/4 and one full page, and that is enough. Within 4 days, the child would get into the habit of putting it on paper. It is as simple
I
as
have
that.
did the same technique with him, sir.
Yes.
But when I am monitoring, he is doing. But when I am not monitoring, like when I am monitoring, he is doing the same thing. But when I stop talking to him,
No, what you have to do, you have to continue to help the child. It is not 4 days. It can be 7 days, it can be 2 weeks. Okay. See, when the medical doctors treat, they monitor the person. It is just like ICU. They admit and then treat. But here you cannot admit because you are in a job. But you can monitor. Either meet the child or call the child over phone and ask the parents also to monitor. Okay. This quarter
okay,
page,
sir.
half page to report, etc. You continue it, you give it for 4 days and then nothing is working. Okay. Nothing works quickly. There is no quick fix, either in medicine or in behavior therapy. If you are committed,
Yes, sir.
and
Actually, I am doing from past 2 months. Whenever I am monitoring him, he is doing. Whenever his mother says, he is not doing it.
okay, so the mother has a problem. As I told, treat the mother, treat the father. Okay. And also you spend more time on the child. Even if you change one child's behavior, you become a successful counselor. Okay, don't give up. Okay.
Okay,
That's what
sir.
I
Will
will
do, sir.
Yeah. And you can always come back to me, call me over phone and ask for further help. And you can have my number from Professor Reddy.
Okay, sir.
Okay, welcome. Yes, next.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm Sudharani.
Yeah, I'm not able to see your video.
Just a minute, sir.
When you speak, switch on the video.
Yes, I switched on, sir.
Okay, now, yeah. And what's your name?
Sudharani. I'm Sudharani, sir.
Is your name Android? It is not recorded here. What is your name?
Sudharani.
Sudharani is not here. I see only Android. Blue
Only
dot.
Android.
Okay, yes.
Can
That
you
is
see now,
only-
sir?
Now.
Actually, what the thing is, let me, a small request from my side, sir. Your volume, I mean, can you please increase your volume, sir? Your voice is not at all audible for we people. Actually, it's getting very difficult. Even I switched off fan and everything for listening to your words.
Okay, I will
If
increase
at
the
all there is
volume.
any possibility from my side, I request you sincerely, please, to increase your volume. Sir.
I will raise your volume.
Every day we have been facing the same. That's the reason why I am requesting you, please. sorry to say this, sir. Please.
Perfectly all right. What
And
is the question?
actually, there is. I'm reading the same which is posted in the group itself, sir. Actually, not from my side. So it is a problem. Two students loved one girl, and that led them to develop severe tension. Subsequently, they are quarreling with each other, and they are fighting as well. So, what is the solution from your side, sir?
Which class they are studying?
It is not stated here, sir. You actually, that love develops in 8th or 9th without, I mean, that is age might be. So,
Sir,
9th
10th class, sir. 10th
Sir.
class student.
They are studying.
Pardon?
Which class they are studying?
10th class.
10th
Dr.
class,
Ashok
sir. I have-
told it is 10th class.
10th class, and it started from 8th class.
Yes, actually, slowly it develops, sir.
Okay. So the age is 15. For
Yes,
the
sir.
girl and the
Yes,
boys.
Yes. sir.
Okay. So when you present a case, you tell the age also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because somebody may be even 17 studying in 10th standard.
Yes,
So
yes,
you tell
exactly.
the age. Okay. So there is a attachment to this particular girl. And both of them are fighting. Okay. They will fight tooth and nail, etc. So it is an infatuation which they do not know.
Yes.
Some attraction. And the girl, is she suffering? Or is she enjoying? Or is she also playing a game? Because some girls
Actually,
are capable of playing a game.
so please give solution for all the ways, sir. If at all the girl enjoys and if the girl doesn't enjoy, how it is going to vary and how we have to handle.
Don't ask like that everything. You say specifically in this case. As a counselor, you have to say specifically. That means you have to diagnose.
Okay, sir. Let it be for this case. She's not interested.
She is not interested or interested.
She's not interested.
Girl is very much silent and she is not accepting
Yes.
anybody. She is concentrating on the studies.
Studies.
Yeah, two people are speaking, one at a time.
Mm,
The
Okay.
girl is concentrating on studies, sir, and she is neither accepting anybody's love.
One of you at a time. Because there will be contradiction.
Actually, this I'll hand over this to Dr. Ashok. He'll be giving you clarity.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Ashok. Have you counseled the boys and the girl?
No, no, sir. The question of counseling didn't arise, sir, so far.
Why?
Actually, both the students were good at studies before they were in this love triangle.
Okay.
And later on, their performance level in studies is also decreasing. Sir.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
girl is not caring anyone, not considering, not hearing to anyone, sir.
Okay. So she is not interested. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's a good thing because she is not playing a game. Because some girls play a game with not only 2, 3, 4 boys, etc.
Sir.
Okay. And you have to study about TA, transaction analysis. I am okay, you are okay. There is and games people play. And one such game is like that. It is known as the game of rapport. That means
Right.
the meaning of the game rapport means they'll be very friendly with a boy or 2 boys or 3 boys. Okay. When the boy approaches a particular stage, they will suddenly say, I only consider you as my brother. But they have given opportunity for them to come closer, etc. Sometimes even touching, etc. But suddenly they will say, no, okay, what we call in Tamil as Anna and Aramji. Start with Anna and end with Kanna. Some girls are mischievous like that. So you have to tell the girl not to do, if that is the type of girl. First thing. Second thing, you have to give counseling to the parents of the boys.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Then if there is lack of love and affection in the family, then they start looking for love and affection outside the family. This is what leads to mainly to love affair, intercaste marriages, interreligious marriages are created because there is a family is a dysfunctional family. Okay.
Yes, sir.
People they are threatening or hurting or insulting, or they are very apathetic. They don't show any love and affection to the children. So the children long for affection, and whenever somebody comes, they fall a prey. And sometimes the person may be a manipulator. So when they manipulate, then their life is spoiled. So please give counseling to the parents also. And if you can bring more data from the parents and how to change the parents' behavior, we can discuss. And one of the things which I have suggested during this session beginning is every day or the day of birthday, birth date, father, mother, son, daughter, whatever they say will be followed. They become the chief executive, CEO of the family. And then there is a rotation of headship is rotated in some universities. In some universities, it is not rotated. And that creates a hell of a problem even in universities among faculty. Okay, it should be rotational. I know of some university where a lecturer becomes a head. In some universities, a professor continues as the head till he dies. And that becomes a problem. And that is not democratic, it is autocratic. So
Yes, sir.
wherever possible, this is a small game which you can try to rotate the power center. And the child also feels it is having a power. In a week, at least one day, whatever they say will be listened to by parents. And the whole thing becomes a play. Parents will be also happy and they will start understanding the child. And if this happens, they need not look for love and affection outside the family. Okay. This is what I would suggest, Dr. Ashok.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Actually, and finally, you mean to say that parents are not concentrating on the children in respect in the aspect of love and affection. Yes,
Yes.
that is true, sir. That is true, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Madam, Chinnasaman, madam, can you please summarize all the questions and briefly the answers given by sir? If you
Ashok.
have not, sir,
Yeah, please do.
before
minute.
winding.
There is another question from participants.
Okay, sir. Okay, please.
Professor, Dr. Shahina, please.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Simon. Unmute yourself. Yes. Yes, Dr. Chinni. You want to ask a question or what?
Sir, I'd like to ask you, sir.
Yes.
So, 11 years old child is into lying and stealing. He is picking up stationery.
Who is speaking?
I'm Shahina.
Shamina, yes, you are not visible on the video.
Okay, sir, just a minute. So,
Yes, Shamina.
so 11 years old child is into lying and
The second problem you are asking. Anyway, please go ahead.
yes, sir, in lying and stealing, sir. He's picking up stationery of his friends and is extremely aggressive at home and tends to hit his parents also. So how can we correct this child?
Age of the child, class,
Would be a seventh standard.
7th standard. Age is
Around
12.
12.
11 to 12.
11, 12.
Boy or girl?
So boy, sir.
Okay. Have you counseled the parents? You have to counsel the parents in the first
Okay,
place.
sir. Okay, sir.
Because the origin is with the parents.
Okay.
And if they ill-treat the child, okay, it cannot fight back with the parents. If it is not appreciated, recognized, or praised. Now the child has become hardened. It wants to misbehave, and even if it is scolded or beaten up, it will be too happy because it is an attention-seeking behavior.
Yes. Okay.
So what is required is the teacher has to appreciate whatever little good thing the child does and not punish the child.
Okay.
And ask the parents also do the same thing. Not only one teacher, all the teachers. So you have to give counseling to all the teachers who handle this child to appreciate what little good thing the child does. It holds and criticize. Stop criticizing, stop praising the child. The parents also to do it and find out whether it is happening. You have to monitor. Okay. So our counseling profession is also like a medical profession. You have to continue. There should be a case report. Okay, case record. There should be a follow-up. And it will be quite exciting and interesting when you make a change in another human's behavior. And you can always succeed. Okay.
Yes.
What is required is first compassion. Second is persistence. When you have compassion, you will know how to handle the case. Innovation will automatically come.
So it is attention disorder. So
don't use any technique. Okay. Don't use any label. Simply understand it is an attention-seeking behavior because all the good things the child does, nobody appreciates in the home or in the school. So the child starts misbehaving, and when you punish, it is a way of the child takes it as a kind of attention getting. Okay. So punishment will not help, scolding will not help, fines will not help. Only appreciation will help. And appreciation will make magic in changing the human behavior. And this message you want to share with the parents and the teachers.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, Professor Reddy.
Sir, shall I close down?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, Professor Ashok, course coordinator, will extend vote of thanks. Professor Ashok.
Okay, sir. Respected Ganeshan, sir.
Good evening, Professor Krishnamurthy.
Oh, sir.
Okay, please. Yes, Doctor.
Shall I close? Shall I propose vote of thanks, sir?
Please, please.
Sir, respected Vedagiri Ganeshan, sir, today's resource person who has given all the answers to our participants' questions. I thank you very much, sir, on behalf of WCOP. And I thank today's chief guest and guest of honors, as well as our WCOP president, Professor B.J. Reddy, sir, and other coordinator, Dr. Chinni Simon. Thank you, sir. A warm good evening to all of us. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Before closing, I request all the participants kindly just update your record work so that in order to run the course so smoothly. Hope you will all cooperate with the WCOP training program. So finally, you are the people, you are the beneficiaries. So hope you will all cooperate and enjoy the course. So thank you, one and all. Thank you, Professor Ganeshan, sir, Krishnamurthy, and everyone, all the participants. Good night. Thank you very much.
Good night. Thank you, sir.